All right, we are continuing Final Fantasy 13. We are on chapter 10 here. We're going to get ready to read the very quick recap. The pods are bougie. They're nice, though. All right, here we go. Fang and Vanille remember a legend from their homeland, a legend about the Arks. Arks are supposedly huge armories filled with living weapons, their occupants kept in stasis for the day war comes to Grand Pulse. But why is one of them on Cocoon? It was probably transported in the same manner as the Vestige in Bodum, but if it became known that such a facility existed so close to Eden, even the massed ranks of the entire Sanctum army would be powerless to stem the resulting tide of panic. Could it be that the government has been kept ignorant of the Ark's existence in the event that such a crisis be required? The Arks are also known as training grounds for the sea. As their brands burn with the awakening of new powers, the companions begin to understand Bartandalus's intention and sending them to this place. The Fal'Cie, posing as the Primarch, really does wish the l'Cie to complete their focus and bring an end to Cocoon. Why else give them this opportunity to hone their skills? The dude's spitting fire. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that they're the best thing ever, but they work for me, and I really enjoy the portability aspect, like being able to pop out like one earbud, you know, anything like that. It's just like super convenient for a lot of things. So I definitely am aware that they're not the best headphones ever made, but they serve their purpose pretty well. Forbidden dance. Blah, blah.
Time for another approach.
Oh no, that wind's cold. Stikini. Yeah, mixtape win. You just got to get ready. The first couple times we were like, oh look, it provides us with a nice little recap, and then it just went so incredibly fast that it was like impossible to actually like read all of it. I'm just gonna get back in the battle flow here, get some more Christogen points and everything like that. Yeah, I don't know if it's because I have the game loaded to a to like an M2 solid state drive, you know. There could be any number of things causing that to go quite a bit faster. I mean, it is a loading screen, right? So I don't think I need to be up here for anything. You have a fast PC, good luck, right? They're like, well, it's not a requirement per se that you read all of this. All right, we're gonna go ahead and keep on moving forward. I think we kind of rushed through this area, but I think we got all the items from it, and it's neither here nor there for points. Forward. Perfect. Those look neat. I bet we have to fight them though.
These things are alive. What's the Sanctum up to? Are they planning to start a war?
Oh no, there's 4 of them. I hope we don't have to fight them. It'll make us fight 1 now. We'll have to fight 4 later. Hibernatorium. Oh god, they're alive! Make it stop! Wow, they don't have a very like large. Let's fight one. What the hey? Let's do it. Berserker. Oh, you can launch it. Oh my word. Okay, it's got a lot of health though. Got a lot of health. Oof.
Keep the enemy off balance.
All right. $142,000 health. What level did it say it was? Level 6. Okay, so we went from like level 50s. We went from like the level 50 enemies to level 6 enemies. They're little babies. Hey, 500 points on their own though. It's no slouch. Sometimes the large robotic dog has to float. Yeah. Sometimes a single sword sweep can just launch him straight into the air. Did it? Oh, good. Whew. I was a little nervous about that. I was a little nervous because I can't see its like head to like know. Okay. Chiefly made of aluminum. Really paper thin. Right, you just keep on going. I mean, it was nice to debuff it. The whole thing only weighs 30 pounds. I mean, I don't even think it's personally worth trying to debuff. We're about to stagger it again, and then we'll just launch it into the air. And as long as you juggle it, it can't hit you. And it's beautiful. I find it funny, especially on the bigger enemies, and you can just literally just like whoosh, and just knock them into the air. It's pretty funny. All right, they're not nearly as intimidating as I thought. Maybe if I had to fight like more than one at a time. Ooh. Can you get it? Yeah, so in a way, that's what some of these, there are some abilities, when you look at like the commando list, not jeopardize. Deal heavy damage with it, with attack to target about to recover from stagger. So that's like when it's juggled and you do something like that, like Scourge or Smite or something like that. it actually does like a much larger attack. Like when Fang was doing it in like the last chapter to some enemies, she would like do this slam and it would knock the enemy back to the ground, but it would do like 17,000 damage or something like that. You literally just like smack it. You have to pay attention to the timing though, because obviously you need it timed well. Stagger lock prevents the staggering of enemies, and that's just by him, I believe, which is why it's a bit, that weapon is a bit of a pain. It's looking like this weapon will be pretty good, or this one, or these. Nah. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff that you can do. An elevator. No, I don't know, something. No, it is an elevator.
Well, at least we shouldn't run into Psycom here.
So have you guys seen the news that we might get the announcement of the Mass Effect trilogy remaster tomorrow morning? Well, depending on where you live. It'd be like 11 a.m. We might have to do another trilogy playthrough. Their health was like so low that when we went to just do the attack, lightning just like launch, and just smacks them into the air because they die. Oh no, that was great. They made some choices with the camera. Not saying that they were positive or negative choices, but they made some choices.
Wide open. Easy.
Oh man. Vibrant ooze, that's a good one to get. Ten chapters in though, and the game is still just giving us hallways. I don't know how to feel quite about that, but it is what it is. How else would these rooms be connected, right? Alchemic ooze, he got big. Oh, they absorbed some, okay, so it slightly actually changes. Okay, wait, hold up, what? Hello? What's happening to the ooze? Why is it so strong now? Please make it stop. 67,000 health.
Keep a cool head.
He's been lifting, apparently.
You asked for it.
Good lord.
Keep a cool head.
We just lost to an ooze.
No.
I don't know what happened. Why was it so strong?
Change of plan. Target's a target.
No.
Thanks. Don't give up.
Really gotta be on top with some of the other stuff, you know?
Thank you.
All right, I don't think that we need shell.
Time for another approach.
So I think if we switch to try disaster with everybody on protect and just really focus on building up that that stagger gauge, maybe.
Change of plan.
Okay. Almost there. That's it. I'm uninstalling. Hey, BT, what's up, man? Whatever. Can't believe we got smacked around by an ooze like that.
Let's get this over with.
Stagger! Blah. Da, 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 da. That was fun. 4 stars. All right, there's gonna be a cutscene in this room. No, something else. Oh, it moved. Oh, a behemoth. That's cool. There's just no real avoiding it, huh? Unless we use some Deceptisol, which we're not gonna do. Whatever. I fight. Dun, dun, dun,
This
dun.
will be interesting.
Greater behemoth, neat.
Thanks.
Susceptible to deprotect. Baller. Resistant to magic. Okay, that's fine. Oof. I like those numbers. I like how even though we used Libra on it, we still don't necessarily have all of the info. Ah, there it is. There's D-Shell. So at least magic will do a little bit more now. Can he get poisoned? Bit of an ouchie. Oh, he's like halfway down on health already. What am I even worried about? Oh, good. All right, we're good. I was like, okay, we gotta get this plan, get this stagger gauge built up. Dude's almost like dead already. Oh wait, no, he's not. He can stand up. Oh, oh Lord, he walking. I feel like his health, like he like healed a bit or did something.
Change of plan.
We're gonna put Bully back on for a second. Get some deep protect on him. Lore Master, neat. Giant bipedal dog cannot accept that he has a giant chainsaw. Oh, I like how the world sprite was standing up when we were all done with that too. Oh! You don't see anything. Actually, I'm kidding. Come to me, my ooze friends. Perfect. This should give everybody enough room to turn back around. Do it. Suckers. Oh no, wait. I'm on the wrong. I'm on the wrong paradigm because I switched it. I forgot that I changed it. It's fine. We made it work. I wish there was like a quicker like paradigm shift. Okay, we're good there. We have a little bit more to go. Not like much, but okay. Like with 4,000, oh god. With 4,000 points, we might as well knock out a few more things. He says apparently with 4,000 points not being able to amount to much. She's good here. Good, well, got a couple of stats left. Let's focus on here though. Goes quick, huh? She's good on commando. Good on saboteur minus a HP thing. Okay. Good on Sentinel. All right, 4,000 points doesn't stretch as far as it used to. An Alicanto. Now that we're gonna switch it from our Hawkeye Stagger Lock. But Magic Wall absorbs the first 5 points of damage. There has to be like an upgrade for Magic Wall. And it's like Magic Wall. And it's something more like absorbs the first like 1,000 points of damage or something. Cause like 5 points is so insignificant in terms of like actual damage reduction. It has to do something else.
Out of my way!
Really?
That's how it's done.
You're like, I don't get it. Nothing. Unless Dark Souls 2 Secret Wall, it's not. Disappointment. Yeah, they didn't make it necessarily like super clear or, you know. Okay, no, wait. I kind of want to go, we got to go up. So that we can, there's probably an item over there. It's handing out free weapons, you know. Might as well go see what they are. Oh. Hello. Behemoth. I don't think we got as lucky with that. That's okay.
We can win if you stay focused.
Ow. There's definitely an item over here, though. I mean, do you guys see that? A behemoth? Or whatever, a greater behemoth, right? Yeah, that's what it's called. An alter own form delivers devastating physical attacks susceptible to deep attack. Okay, cool. So we did get everything. 70,000 stagger point, 500. Okay, so we're gonna spend less time. I think all it does is physical attacks. So we don't need this. We're going to focus on the heals here, and then we're gonna just try and build stagger gauge. I mean, it'd be great if magic attacks did more, but their main purpose here is stagger buildup. So let's focus. I guess we did deep protect there. Ow. I like how while lightning is just like falling through the air, everybody else can just be like, heal. Heal. Okay, we're doing okay. We're already better on stagger percentage than we were. Nope, he's about to transform. That's fine. I think his stagger percentage stays. So that's actually still okay. We still all have protect. even if these attacks hurt. Okay, so you can't, she's trying to launch him in the air. There he is. Ah, still, man. Brutal. Better than the last time though. 7 gargantuan claws. I like how I was like, man, the game's been throwing new weapons at us. Maybe we'll get a new weapon over here. Claws. Claws. Speaking of claws, you guys ready for the holidays? Oh, goodness. Look out for what? Like, unless there's slimes that show up. What do we got going on here? This is nice.
On your toes.
Boink. Oh god, that's so much nicer. Get that stagger, get that like immediate hardcore damage buff because of it. That's so much nicer. Ooh, okay, we're almost, we got the next object of interest over here. Zoom. There's an item over there. Definitely gonna go and try and get it, because I'm a sucker. I'm a glutton for punishment. Ether Sol, thanks. Did it work? Yes. Okay. Okay, good. We still got the stagger. Perfect. Beautiful. I love it. Because I mean, it starts out as soon as you get the stagger, it goes into a 500% damage boost instead of having to build up from like base. I mean, how is that not just beautiful? I think we got this one too. I was always, when I was younger and I had played my first RPGs, and it must have been the way that some of them looked. I did Vinsanity, yeah. It wasn't, yeah, I guess, did they throw out the libel case or something like that? I did see that. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, as a kid, I was so enthralled with the way that Protect and Shell looked. I was like, man, these are so cool. I wanted to make my own game with features like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's tough. It's just one of those weird situations that we're probably never really gonna know everything about, you know? Which, I mean, to be fair, everybody's life just kind of, it's a weird thing to just be like, celebrities. But I get it, even on like a smaller scale, when people get really invested in the lives of like Twitch streamers. Is this Sid? Why is he here? We'll find out.
Rains?
What?
Oh, easy, guys. It's all right. Rains is a Sanctum officer. He's been helping us out.
Why are you here? Reigns! You traitor!
Oh, he's got moves.
I put you on the path. That was my focus.
You're a
Oh.
C?
Since long before we met.
Oh.
I did my best to assist you, as bid by the Sanctum Fal'Cie.
I knew the music
Now do you
didn't line up.
understand? The Fal'Cie have watched over you, guiding your every step. The luck that saved you
What a
time and
jerk.
again was a deliberate machination. Why, you may ask? The Primarch, or should I say, Bartandus, is crafting you into the instruments of Cocoon's demise.
We've been played for fools.
A Cocoon Fal'Cie? Why?
Why? To restore the Maker.
Oh, here we go.
The Maker?
To restore the
The
Maker.
entity responsible for creating both humans and Fal'Cie.
So we're being controlled by gods to create, to restore a mega god.
The Maker departed this world, leaving the two races behind. In a sense, human and Fal'Cie are brothers, orphaned by the same parent. As for the humans, they forgot the order imposed by the Maker. They began to war amongst themselves for the first time in history. The Fal'Cie focused on recalling their lost deity and returning the world to its former glory. This purpose lies at the heart of all their actions. Calling back the Maker requires a fitting sacrifice.
Oh, like all of Cocoon?
Yeah, we've heard.
Oh.
The destruction of Cocoon.
The lives of this world's entire populace in bloody tribute.
No. That's crazy talk.
I don't get it. Why do they need us? Couldn't the Fal'Cie end Cocoon with just a thought?
Their existence is bound to the creation and maintenance of this floating shell. It is their very nature that holds them in check.
You mean Cocoon Fal'Cie can't destroy Cocoon? They needed tools.
If we can stop this by doing nothing, we'll do nothing.
Noble, I expected as much.
You lied to us. What happened to your dream of rebuilding Cocoon for the people? Was it all a lie?
A shadow of a dream from when I was human. It was change I craved, and once I'd built the influence to make things happen, there was change. I gained all the power I could hope for, but was a puppet with no will to wield it. It wasn't the Fal'Cie who changed. It was me.
You were made a Lassie?
A Lassie, tied to an inescapable focus, a slave of destiny.
Star Wings, thanks for the follow.
I'd lost hope. I'd all but given up on dreams of freedom.
What are you saying?
I'm here of my own accord,
Mm.
not by Fal'Cie order. Seeing you fight brought it all back. Brought back that future I once strove for. I, too, will challenge my fate.
Oh.
If I can defeat you here, the Fal'Cie plan will
Oh.
Brains!
I will use all my remaining power. I will set you free!
Okay. So Reigns was a l'Cie, and his focus was to guide our l'Cie group to, you know, figuring out their purpose and to, you know, getting stronger so that they could all get back together and, you know, continue with the downfall of Cocoon. But seeing us fight, Reigns was like re-inspired by his human wishes before he became a l'Cie to like restore Cocoon, like to you know, a Cocoon for the people. And so as a l'Cie, he's defying his focus so that he can kill us so that Cocoon survives. What a twisted and little roundabout, awkward little like moment. But I knew, you could tell when it was playing the theme there, the cavalry theme, whatever it was, that it was never like a positive. Like there was really dissonant chords, and it wasn't this like heroic, triumphant military theme, like da, 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 like, you know, good horns. It was like, like it just really tore at your ears a little bit because he was a bad guy making you do bad things without you even knowing.
Let's go!
What a jerk.
Thanks.
Oh. Normal. Delivers devastating physical attacks, executes powerful magic attacks, susceptible to slow. Plans actions according to target's rolls. Oh, neat. I really like his combat animations, though. It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Oh, Ruinga. What a wild plot change, though. He's like, I respect your actions and therefore I will kill you to make my human self happy again. What? Whee! Sounds selfish a little bit, right?
Take down the enemy.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, now we switch. We're good. Deep protected, imperiled, or whatever it is. Everything's a weakness. But yeah, what a wild little plot twist here. Defensive shift, huh? Neat. That's fine. Oh wait, no, that's not what I wanted.
Follow my lead.
Careful now.
Let's go.
Okay, we're back to normal and everything here. My triumph is near. Just straight up stabbed him in the face.
Thank you.
Follow my lead.
Whee! Recovery shift, that's fine. He can cure all he wants. The point is that as long as the stagger gauge doesn't go down, we're fine. Alright, focus back here. Oh, and he got de-shelled. Get. Oh, metamorphosis. Here we go. Terrific Ray.
Thanks.
Everybody heal up. Get your heals here. Old heals here. Alright, keep that stagger gauge going. Okay, good. So we got the metamorphosis. We're all still normal here. Capable of inflicting daze. That's fine. Get back over here to bully. I didn't even see what he did to Hope. Probably just a bunch of ruins or something. Alright, we're fine. Oh, he can heal him. He can remove some of these status effects himself, huh? Before this all goes away again. Let's focus on getting that stagger. But I mean, so in the end, Reigns' goals right now are the same as ours as humans. Which is to save Cocoon. He's just going about it in like a very different way. Oh, what? Dude, that keeps on going?
Like that.
Okay. I think if he got slowed, that would be very beneficial. Unfortunately, we didn't have anybody in the party to do that. So we actually might switch. So this is going to change to Relentless Assault. Okay, this changes to Medic, Combat Clinic, Commando, Saboteur, which actually we might start with and then switch over to Relentless Assault. Diversity is good. Yeah, something like this. Something like this will work, I think. Not really enough points to do much else with. Okay. At least we could skip cutscenes.
Long ago.
Oh, I was like, what? Just three separate cutscenes.
Reigns.
Then we'll go Combat Clinic here real quick. Focus on heals. And then while we're here, just keep on going. just to keep that stagger gauge going. I wonder if we used an Alon. I really like don't summon much. It's pretty funny. I really don't focus on doing much summoning. Wow, he's already changing.
My will is my strength.
Jesus. Wait, what?
Give it your best shot.
All right, do something like this. Just get some of his stuff fixed again. Okay, good. Slow is wonderful.
Appreciate it. Give it your best shot.
Perfect. Okay, this is going really well. He's like slowed again. All of those buffs went away. And even though we don't have like protect or anything, like it's still going so much smoother. I think slowing down his actions was like incredibly beneficial. Yeah, we're fine.
My will is my strength.
Thanks.
Okay, good. While he's guarding, we can focus on removing all of these buffs from him, which is perfect. While we just very slowly continue to build up the stagger gauge. Oh, baby. Perfect. Baby. Launch him. It's so much smoother this time around. 2 attempts, not bad. We got that figured out pretty quick. So, well, as soon as we did the first scan and it was like susceptible to slow, it was like, oh, well, this is gonna go poorly. Atratic, Crown, and Moogleworks. Oh, it's a new store, and the Crystarium got expanded. Sweet.
Ironic, isn't it? The only thing I wanted was a moment of triumph.
Looks like a bad guy from
How
Reboot.
it ends isn't important. Just do what you know is right. Trust yourselves.
So he completed his focus, and I guess like making us stronger. Pretty cool crystal.
What? Did he complete his focus? I don't think so.
Oh, I don't think so.
All Reigns did was try to save Cocoon in his own way. His own way.
Well,
Hey!
Where are you?
Snow! I think Rains was searching for a way to make us understand. To understand the frustration of being a lassie bound to a focus, and maybe what it meant to be human.
I don't know if I'm digging the I was really betraying you the entire time, but like still fulfilling the Sid role and teaching you a lesson all the while. You know, I don't know if I'm digging it. Holy hell, that took like all of my points. Could you not? Look at that. Boom. And then like just the next little bit is like it's gone. And it's gone. Like yoink, Scoob. Just saying I don't like it. That's all. Dude, rip all of my stuff. It's just like, it's just destroyed. It takes so many. $8,000 points and it's just gone. It's just. All right. That was cool though. We did get like a nice little resolution to you know what we should have done is paused and listened to Sid's battle theme a little bit more. I kind of just like let it pass, but we're not doing it again, so to see if there was any kind of like change. But the cavalry theme was indeed pointing us in the direction of something being less than above board. Oh, nice. We still got. That's hilarious. Still not what I wanted.
This will be quick.
I like the gears on the side, although it's very not OSHA compliant. A small child could just get sucked right up in those. What were they thinking? Not only a small child, yeah, don't let hope near it, yeah. Just about any human. You're not wrong. Want to crash that party? Hell yeah, I do. Yo, you can't just turn around and look at me. Go away. Continue fighting each other. Be on with you. Combat. Yo, hello. I don't appreciate the change of attention. I like how they just go back to fighting each other though when it's all like said and done. Oops. Surprise, I'm still here. Yeah, just about any human just crushed. I'm trying to look at where we would have come around to here and jumped down anyways. Whee! I just want to make sure that we don't miss any items, you know? You know, I do not appreciate everybody just turning around and pretending like I'm still a part of this. It's not gonna be what I want.
You're gonna swerve.
Yo, rude. Oh, we got it before the merge. Get wrecked. A lot of damage.
This'll be quick. This'll be quick. Now.
Oh, that was a move.
Turn the tide. This'll be quick. Give it your best shot. Let's wrap this up. Cheers.
It's not so much fun when you don't get the stagger early.
Turn the tide.
I'd much rather have the stagger. It'll be nice to just have one of them, though. That's for sure.
Now.
Ooh.
This'll be quick. Cheers.
Alright. Look at how many debuffs are on him. Poison 2 at the last minute. Oof. It is fun. Ooh. Our first 0-star. I didn't even think that was possible. I have dishonored my family. Congrats. What? Oh, man. Well, it's about as disappointed as I can think of being for myself. I just wanna, there's like a couple of different paths around here. Oh no, this just goes back up, it looks like. Okay, yeah, I'm not thinking that it does much. Okay. Well, not a lot to that area, just a few really awkward battles that were a lot harder than they look, okay? I don't believe you. There. No. Not more of them. Those are fine. Whatever.
I guess they don't train l'Cie to make peace.
Oh, hello. God, they're fast. Do I have to fight all of them at once? Okay, no, it's just these. That's fine. Spiky boys. Oh, God. I did not realize that they exploded.
I'll
Fair.
deal with you. I'll deal with you.
Enough of this.
Much easier on this side of things. Oh, this is not going to work out very well for all of us. Oh, we got one of them. That's fine. We should be okay with that.
Turn the tide. This will be quick. Give it your best shot.
It's got a little bit more health, so we'll focus on some debuffs for a second.
Give it your best shot.
Perfect. We're fine. So I like how these must be much heavier than the berserkers, because we can't. Nobody launches these in the air. Okay, I imagine that there's gonna be a few more fights in this room. Ah, nice. But we could just say sayonara. Is that a different one? Oh, he's a quick one. Oh. No, dude, we were so close. Oh no, it's a stakini. We know those. I was like, no, we know them.
Let's wrap this up.
There's a fidget spinner. I know, that's why it looked different to me for some reason. I couldn't really point out why. All right, as soon as we clear this room, we're gonna take a bit of a breather. Oh wait, no, we're whoa. I didn't know how many debuffs he had on him at the time. No need to continue attempting to debuff. We're very much okay there. I'll take 4 stars. That's fine. All right, we'll just get to the end of this hallway, and then we'll take our break. Dun. It's another one of these rooms. Okay, perfect timing for just a short